So for today's video we're just in Notcutts in Norwich and just having a look around some of the different trees. These beautiful acers at the back with snake bark maples. You've got this beautiful pattern on the bark. Very ornamental. Give a lot of winter interest. Obviously you get the beautiful leaves when they come out. Got a lovely shape to the leaf as well. Kind of reddish new growth coming out. And probably a lovely autumn colour as well. They're really nice snake bark maples. What else can we find? Got a lot of weeping beech around. This lovely form where they weep over like that. Yeah, again giving a lovely bit of winter interest. So not just looking at the actual trees, but we think about, you know, best times for planting. It's a good time at the moment. You can get your trees in the ground. The roots will still be growing, and then obviously the tops will all catch up later on. So yeah, the roots will be getting established. So a good time to plant, as long as it's not frozen or anything like that. Obviously your watering needs are going to be less. So you're getting more and more droughts these days. Yeah, it's got, what else we got? Eucalyptus there. And crab apples. Not everyone likes the fruits, the crab apples, but I think they're quite ornamental. If you can deal with like the clean up, then they're fine. And they're a beautiful tree. Lovely flowers, lovely fruits. Not planted as much as cherries, but still, you know, fairly popular here and there. All your typical information about the tree and the price, obviously. So going from the malus, the apples, onto the prunus, the cherries. Yeah, it's got your wide variety of different flowers. A lot of gardens, it's going to be your first real flush of flowers. Obviously that one's got a lovely autumn colour, really beautiful. This one here, is that the same? Slightly different forms. Of this one very decurrent, so quite a wide growing cherry. Yeah, again with beautiful flowers. So it depends on what kind of architecture you want in your garden, whether you want a very upright tree or if you want a tree that grows nice and wide and fills a gap. Obviously with cherries, just mind out with your roots because they can get quite invasive in small spaces. Although they're quite a good small garden tree, they can push up your paving slabs and disrupt paths and bits and pieces like that. Also can be a pain with like mowers, but as long as you've got the right place to put them, you know, they're beautiful in the garden. So what else we got over here? We've got some conifers. And these are stunning. And like a 3D like effect to the needles there. Lovely kind of glauca blue. And your Italian cypresses, nice and upright. Be a bit careful with these, keeping them pruned up, because otherwise they can lose branches out the side with the wind and everything, and pull themselves apart a bit. What else we got? We've got some viburnums, so this is your more kind of shrubby arboreal kind of type thing. Quite a wide growing shrub. Cornus cusa, beautiful flower on that one. Has some like really decorative, or should I say bracts really. We've got some lovely bracts which are like adapted leaves on them. Beautiful shrub when it's out. Oh, here we go. What have we got here? So you've got the seed heads on there and the type of flower. Blurring out a bit. What's on the other side? Oh, there we go. Look at them, absolutely stunning. That one's called Scarlet Fire. You have to get to know all these different like common names, your Latin names and your cultivar names. Always so much to learn. We got all your Japanese maples here. That one's got like a kind of like purplish hue to it. That's just your Acer palmatum. More cornus. You've got the white one there. See, I think the white one looks really nice as well. Quite like just like a plain kind of colour, like that. And this one's just one of their own maples growing in the bed. More of an orangey kind of colour to the stems, which is quite nice. You've got down here, look at that yellowy ruddy kind of colour to the stems. And a kind of weeping variety there. So yeah, apart from obviously just, picking the actual tree for what it looks like and its aesthetics, obviously you just want to be looking at the ground level in the pots, making sure they're not root bound. I always ask the question to people, when they've been repotted. And then basically you want to look for your root flare, so that's the free roots that come off the actual main stem. So try and find something where I can explain a bit better on that. So if you've got the stem coming down here, it shouldn't look like a telegraph pole going into the ground. So when you go to plant, you can pull some of the excess soil away, and then you look for like an Eiffel Tower like effect. Imagine the bottom of the Eiffel Tower like a sweep coming out, and you're between 2 and 3 of those kind of sweeps coming out from the actual main stem is what you're looking for, and that's roughly the kind of level you want to be planting at. So it has that good root flare. If you don't do that and you end up planting higher, like say up here, or not taking away some of this soil to get down to your root flare, then you're going to end up with a tree that's buried. And then what happens is it puts on false roots that wrap round and can interrupt the vascular layer of the actual tree, and you sometimes get half the tree die off at once, where it's not getting the water and minerals up to the top. So yeah, there's another thing to look out for. Also, having a nice straight stem is often desirable, obviously depending on the form. One central leader, so if you follow it up, it goes right to the top. You want to maintain this central leader here, and then anything around it should be slightly lower. Get good structure. I'm going back out this way. Let's see a bit more. So yeah, some light pruning there can be done, just to make it one central leader. Obviously these are all quite small trees. This one shows it a lot better. So this one here is lower than that one that goes way up there. And obviously looking for any dead branches that would need to be pruned out or anything like that. All these trees seem to be in fairly good condition, really. You know, smaller trees for smaller gardens, most of them. Yeah, so that was Notcutts Garden Centre. If you are starting to follow along, obviously I'm learning as I go. Always drop a comment to say what you would like me to talk about. So my name is Andrew, and if you've been here a while, welcome back. And if you're just popping over, then yeah, nice to meet you. That's this video done.